Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Kitchen. The Kitchen follows three wives of mobsters that go to jail, leaving the three of them high and dry. Thus, in order to fend for themselves, they decide to get some skin in the game. Naturally, the male mobsters who have been running things take notice, and not in a very kind way. First of all, I had no idea this was based on a DC property. This is like a DC graphic novel. I had no clue, and I never would have guessed. But I was excited for this film. I thought the premise looked cool, I thought the trailers were nice, and this cast was fire. So I was ready to love The Kitchen, and I have to say, I had a pretty good time with it overall. So let's go ahead and start off with the positives. First of all, I think our cast is in fact great. Melissa McCarthy is wonderful in the role here. She provides everything you're kind of hoping she's going to give from those trailers. A real sense of sincerity in her performance. She is badass, but she has a lot of heart. She feels like an actual human being. And of course, she provides a couple of laughs. Tiffany Haddish is also pretty great in this film. Now, her character certainly lacks a little bit of depth that McCarthy in particular's character was given, but I think she really nails the role that she is given. I mean, she's a badass, so I'm not sure that the role was actually all that much of a stretch for her, but regardless, she nails it. And then Elizabeth Moss is stellar in this movie. I thought she was fabulous as the most over-the-top of our three main trio. But again, brings that heart, brings this vulnerability into the role that really makes you sympathize with a woman who could be seen as just crazy. But then we have Carmen, who's nice, Domhnall Gleeson, who kills it, Margot Martindale, who is great in the film. All the cast really brings it in the movie and does a great job at bringing this Hell's Kitchen to life. And I think it's a mobster movie that is very different from anything else we've seen. The obvious thing to point to is the fact that we have women in the leads for a mobster film, taking control of their own destiny, not just the screaming, crying wives on the side that every now and then have like a little bit of a badass moment. No, these are women taking control of their lives. It happens in an organic fashion, and you really are rooting for these women, even when situations become a little bit more gray. But also, it has a lot of heart to it. The big tropes that we're used to in gangster films aren't here. Of course, some of them are, and you get what you want from a good gangster movie, but it has a lot more heart. It's a lot smaller in its scale. It's a lot more personal of a story, and I enjoyed that aspect. Having said that, there are kills, there are quips, there are tense moments. Everything you want out of a good mob flick is here. Clicks by. This is not a 3-hour epic by any means. It's an hour 45 or so, and you never have a chance really to get bored. It's moving. The plot is constantly like kind of along at a really nice clip. Yeah, it works. The kills are brutal. The jokes are fun. The atmosphere is just what you're hoping for. So what doesn't work so well when it comes to The Kitchen? Well, that hour 45 runtime works well to keep us in this kind of entertaining mob film. However, it really prevents us from going deep into almost anything. The establishment at the beginning of this film flies by so fast. I was disappointed right off the bat because I was like, what? We're already counting money and it feels like we're 10 minutes into the movie. What's going on? I needed to see that development. I needed to see some more groundwork laid. I needed to see more obstacles, more struggle. And unfortunately, we kind of skip right past that to get to the fun mobster action. And then when we get to more interpersonal relationships, particularly between the three girls themselves, I wanted more. I needed more development, particularly when we get to that third act and new revelations are happening and new events happen. We're given no good resolution to these three girls and their relationship and the story that comes along with that. It's all very, very surface level. We never delve any deeper into it. And the story brings up these little foil type of issues as we move along, and then we kind of just brush right over them and never explore them. We never get to go deeper into that. McCarthy definitely gets the most development as a single person in this film, but when it comes to our other two, they have a lot to unpack, and we get just tiny glimpses of that, but there could have been so much more. And obviously, I'm not part of the mob or the mafia. But some of the stuff that happens in this film seemed a little far-fetched for the mob business. And anticipate things to go down so happy, huh? But honestly, that's about all I have to say about The Kitchen, because when it comes down to it, this is an entertaining, fun movie to watch. I think it was well executed enough across all levels that if you enjoy a good mob movie, you're going to have fun with this. However, it falls short from greatness because it's just a entertaining mob surface level type of film that doesn't bother delving in deeper into the issues it presents. Unfortunately, it leaves most all of those either unresolved or untouched, or resolves them in the most shallow way possible. So if you're into mob dramas and you've been waiting for the latest mob flick, I think this deserves a full price ticket. I think it is definitely solid enough that you'll have a good time with it. Otherwise, if you're looking for a good drama with good acting that will fly by and entertain, it's worth a matinee. This is certainly a solid film across the board. So, that is my review of The Kitchen. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see The Kitchen? And what is your favorite mob film that isn't part of the Godfather series or Goodfellas? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!